Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, when I start this lesson off, be giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to the sincere Akwath, and Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations and look like these heathens. Now this lesson is going to be based on this storm that caused damage in communities across the Philadelphia region. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. Said crews are cleaning up after a storm caused damage in communities across the Delaware Valley on Wednesday afternoon and evening. PECO said 32,000 customers were without power immediately after the storm, with about half of the outages reported in Montgomery County. So one of the hardest hit areas was Pottstown. Action News captured a large tree that fell onto Hanover Street during the height of the storm. Jennifer Berry said it happened just feet from her home. She described it as a massive crash. It was like an explosion, very scary. When the storm rolled through, Berry ran inside with her dogs. She said everything went white outside as strong winds blew and heavy rain fell. Berry lost power, but she said she hasn't lost perspective. She told Action News, "We can clean this up. It was an inconvenience to not have power, but thank goodness nobody was hurt." Not far from Berry's home on Hanover Street, several trees fell at an apartment complex. Joshua Groff, the property manager at the Linden Apartments, said his tenants described the storm as a freight train coming through. Said apparently we had straight line winds coming through and it took down 3 of our trees. 2 of them unfortunately fell on buildings at the complex. Groff said there is severe damage to the roof lines, plus a broken door and window. But he said the tenants in his 36 units are okay. Less than a half-mile up the road on Mervine Street, a large tree fell onto a home after being uprooted during the storm. The American Red Cross said it is now assisting the 2 people who live there, as well as 4 people who live on Savage Road in Pottstown. The Red Cross said its volunteers will be providing financial assistance, access to health services, and referrals to local resources to help the families. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And when these storms hit, a lot of people will just classify it as Mother Nature. But the scriptures are saying that this is the Lord visiting. This is one of the many ways in which the Lord visits this world which he made, is through storms and tempests. Through rain, lightning, hail, thunder, powerful winds. Isaiah 28:2. Behold, the Lord hath a mighty and strong one, which has a tempest of hail and a destroying storm, as a flood of mighty waters overflowing shall cast down to the earth with the hand. And this storm caused a lot of destruction, mainly just uprooting trees and knocking them onto the roads and onto buildings and things of that nature, and also, the power outages that took place as a result of the storm. Yeah, see, these storms and tempests, they are intensifying. And they are becoming scarier and more destructive. Psalms 11:6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. And when you look up the definition of tempest, it means a violent windy storm. And that's basically what the Lord hit, the Philadelphia region with a violent windy storm. And it scared a lot of people and it caused some damage. And the Lord is just going to continue to send out these tempests. Psalms 83:14. As the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. Verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. And people do get scared when the Lord unleashes these storms. The sound of the wind, the torrential rains, the lightning, the thunder, the hail, trees getting uprooted and knocked over, falling onto people's cars, onto people's homes. The power outages. Yeah, it can get very dangerous and very scary. And this is why you're supposed to fear the Lord. But majority of these people don't fear the Lord. They have a severe lack of fear when it comes to the Lord. And so the Lord is going to continue to intensify these judgments, to shake these people up. Because like it says in Hebrews 10:31, it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. And that's exactly what these people are going to experience. They're going to experience the fearfulness, the fear, the terror that comes with falling into the hand of the Lord. Because the Lord is not messing around with these people. We are living in the last days, and we are living in the days of vengeance. And these wicked people who daily provoke the Lord unto wrath with their constant wickedness, they are the targets. They're the ones whom the Lord is angry with. They're the ones whom the Lord is going to send these judgments upon, or going to continue to send these judgments upon. And there is no stopping it, and there is no escaping it. These wicked people, they have to reap what they have sown. And the Lord sending these powerful, destructive, scary storms and tempests upon these different regions is just one of the many ways in which he is bringing judgment upon these people. And one of the many ways in which he will continue to bring judgment upon these people. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere Akwath. Shalom to the scattered Israelites who are amongst these heathen nations that look like these heathen. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up, and Adawan, Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.